How's it going, everybody? We've got a full off-day slate as the Yankees head to St. Louis. We'll talk about Gerrit Cole's performance. We'll talk about Oswald Peraza and whether or not he's ready. And we'll take your viewer voicemails. Got a lot of stuff today. Stay tuned. How's it going, everybody? Sorry, no recap yesterday. Obviously, it was a tough day for the Yankees. Gerrit Cole got pummeled. And after the first inning, I could sense and see the beginnings of the doomerism sneaking into the chat, and I was feeling a little bit like a doomer myself. And coupled with the fact that Frankie Montas is going to pitch on Sunday, and I usually take Sunday off, so I'm going to work Sunday, I just decided for a middle-of-the-week day off just to kind of reset my feelings about the team because I was not feeling good yesterday. But the Yankees are still in good shape. 70-36 this season. Over a 200-run differential. I think every single Yankees fan would have signed up for that at the beginning of the season. But we've got a tough road trip ahead of us. St. Louis, and then Seattle, and then Boston. Interesting note about St. Louis, we're probably going to face Jordan Montgomery on Friday night. The last I read, he was scheduled to pitch. And then Frankie Montas, as we just mentioned, will make his debut on Sunday. So two things worth watching in that series. So be sure to tune in. If you don't make the game, tune in afterwards for a recap. We're going to have recaps for all three. Then the Yankees head to Seattle, hopefully for a little bit of revenge. Seattle just took 2 of 3 from the Yankees in the Bronx. Would be nice to return the favor in Seattle. But look, they are a good team, and they were all over Gerrit Cole yesterday. Gerrit Cole now leads the staff in losses. He's second in the American League in home runs allowed. And there was a point yesterday in which his ERA was higher than Jordan Montgomery, whom the Yankees just traded for a guy in a walking boot. Oh, I get it. He's a great outfielder. That's all we keep hearing. But you gave up a solid pitcher for a guy who can't play for at least a few weeks. So, I don't know. Gerrit Cole, though, we were sold as being a prime, younger version of Justin Verlander. And I don't think he's been that, although he's been very good over his Yankees career. He's 9-4 this season, 3.56 ERA, 131 and a third innings, 170 strikeouts, but 21 home runs allowed. And I don't blame fans who are starting to get a little bit perturbed with how inconsistent this guy has been. He's been plagued by that one bad inning, which is something we've seen a lot of pitchers go through over the years. It's a mystery as old as baseball itself, so I don't have anything reassuring to tell you other than I'm confident that he's not satisfied with the way he's been pitching and that he's going to work hard to fix it. But now every time that he has a bad start, you're going to hear the words spider tack and all that. I just need him to go on a nice run and shut some mouths. And frankly, I'm tired of the one bad inning. I don't want to hear that excuse anymore. You're paid to throw good innings. We've also got to talk about some other new guys that have been added. Obviously yet to see Montas, but Benintendi, the other major acquisition at the trade deadline, 1 for 20 so far. Does have a couple of ribbies, but essentially he's been Joey Gallo in a smaller uniform. Hopefully he can turn it around. He has walked 6 times. He's got a couple of ribbies, but obviously slumping badly. I think that he's just pressing in a new uniform, and hopefully he'll come around on this road trip. Trevino and Efros both looked really good so far, though. Efros, I think, is going to be an underrated pickup. The fact that he can get out righties and lefties and throws sidearm, which is a little bit less difficult on your shoulder, on your elbow. I think he's going to be durable. He's still 28 years old. And then Trevino is a guy who's got lights-out stuff on occasion, just had a bad year. I think the Yankees with Matt Blake will turn him around. You know, I like IKF. I think he's done a decent job as a stopgap shortstop, and he runs the bases well. He picks up key clutch singles here and there, but he doesn't have any power. I mean, you see him on the screen right now. He gets every bit of this baseball, and he comes up 35 feet short in left field. He just doesn't have any power. And defensively, there's a lot left to be desired. He'll make the spectacular play, now and again, but he also boots a lot of routine plays. And it's got me thinking, with how well Oswald Peraza has been playing at AAA, it might be time to make the switch. Now, Oswald Peraza is 22 years old, and he's been playing all season at AAA. He actually came to AAA late last season, so he's essentially played an entire year at the AAA level. His numbers this season won't blow you away. He's only hitting .256 with 14 home runs and 40 RBIs. He does have 26 stolen bases and a .769 OPS. However, he's been playing much, much better as of late. In June, he hit .303 with a .379 on-base percentage and an .892 OPS. He hit 4 home runs. And then in July, more of that, please. .300 with a .371 on-base percentage and a .934 OPS, 5 home runs, and 15 ribbies. So far in August, just 2 for 7. That's .286, but that's a really small sample size. And this guy, according to most scouts, is one of the Yankees' top 3 prospects, and he's their best defensive shortstop in the system. I say inject some life into this team. You got a long road trip. Now is the perfect time to add some youth and some energy. And if not now, then definitely in a couple of weeks when the rosters expand in early September. I really think that Oswald Peraza is going to be the Yankees' starting shortstop when the playoffs begin. The guy's just been fantastic offensively as of late. And let's face it, IKF is probably better as a utility guy. Defensively, he's much better at third base. The Yankees already have a couple of third basemen, so it will create a weird roster shuffle. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens, but I'm looking forward to watching Oswald Peraza play at the big league level. Gentlemen, we got to talk about the Manscaped Platinum Package 4.0. It is the one-stop shop for the man who deserves it all, and it comes with a whole bunch of stuff. You got the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. You guys know all about that. The Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. That's a fantastic tool that every guy can use. The Ultra Premium Body Wash. I actually have some of this stuff. It smells really good. Same with the 2-in-1 shampoo plus conditioner. But my favorite part of this package is the boxer shorts. These are the most comfortable boxer shorts I've ever worn, and I think you'll like them too. They're very light, very flexible, and they'll keep your boys dry. Visit manscaped.com and use the code NYY Recaps, that's all one word, and you will get 20% off and free shipping on your order of the Platinum Package 4.0, the best deal yet, and your balls will thank you. All right, so about those St. Louis Cardinals, they are not a team to be taken lightly. Paul Goldschmidt having an outstanding season. He refuses to age. He's got a 1.023 OPS. He's roughly up there with Aaron Judge, 25 home runs on the season, 81 RBIs. He's a deadly bat. And of course, Nolan Arenado, who's an excellent hitter as well. And don't be surprised if Nolan Arenado takes away a couple of hits on defense this weekend. He's one of the few players, I think, in Major League Baseball that I would buy a ticket to watch play defense. He is an outstanding third baseman. And of course, Jordan Montgomery. You see the little sad face there? One of my favorite pitchers is making his Cardinals debut this weekend. And look, I fully expect him to give the Yankees fits. He throws strikes, he changes speeds, he's a good pitcher. I'm honestly still kind of surprised that the Yankees traded him and that they didn't get more back. But at least now fans won't tweet me every time he pitches poorly to try and rub it in. All right, let's check in on those prospects that are still with the Yankees. All 3 of these guys have had their names thrown around. Jason Dominguez has been slumping a little bit lately. Maybe he was kind of distracted by the trade rumors. Still hitting .263, 10 home runs, 41 RBIs, 21 stolen bases. OPS has fallen below 800. Anthony Volpe's average has fallen, but the rest of the stats have ticked up. 15 home runs now, 808 OPS on the season. He is creeping towards 40 stolen bases. And Oswald Peraza, his overall numbers, I told you how well he's been playing lately, hitting .256, 14 home runs, 40 ribbies, and 26 stolen bases. I honestly think that we're going to see him soon, especially how good he is on defense, according to scouts. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, Austin Wells has been swinging the bat well since being promoted to AA, hitting up around .290. He's got 11 home runs on the season so far between the two levels, 30 RBIs and 10 stolen bases. I know Jack Flaherty hates to hear this, but he's fast for a catcher. Trey Sweeney hitting .240. He's got 11 bombs now. OPS creeping up. And again, Yankees stealing bases like crazy in the minor leagues. 20 steals for Trey Sweeney. And Everson Pereira was recently promoted to Double-A. He's played 9 games at Somerset. So far on the season, combined with High A, he's hitting .271 with 10 home runs, 44 ribbies, 19 stolen bases, and a .790 OPS. He's got lightning bat speed. One of these days, he is really going to break out. All right, we have not done the Nostraderic prediction nearly enough in the second half of the season, but we're doing one for this series. Aaron Judge is going to take Jordan Montgomery deep. Now, I have to catch you up on one miss. I had predicted before the trade deadline that the Yankees would trade for Ian Happ. He was not traded to the Yankees. He was not traded to anyone. So the batting average for the season is at .489. Hopefully, Aaron Judge can tick it back up a notch. I think that Aaron Judge, who usually plays well after a day or two off, is very familiar with the way that Jordan Montgomery pitches. He's seen most of his pitches. He's seen a lot of them from center field. He knows the way his pitches move. He knows how he likes to work certain types of hitters. And I think Aaron Judge is going to be ready. And if they pitch to him at all, he's going to take Jordan Montgomery downtown.
Hey, Derek, Sawbelly here. There seems to be a recurring theme that the Yankee pitchers are not ready to pitch. They're still trying to find it in the first inning. Why and how are we going to fix it? See ya.
I mean, that's a fair point. It makes me wonder if it's, paralysis by analysis a little bit. I was listening to Gerrit Cole talk after the game about his performance and about how much he and Higashioka worked on every pattern to every possible hitter all week long. And it's like, come on, you throw 100 miles an hour, you got a nasty hook, just go out there and pitch. Keep the ball off the fat part of the bat. But I guess at this level, he wants to be precise, but I think maybe he's overanalyzing a little bit.
Hey, Derek, it's Jeff in Pennsylvania. I just called to talk about the trade deadline. I was happy as all get out with the moves that the Yankees made until about 30 seconds left. And then they traded Montgomery for a guy in a walking boot. Now, I'm not so much against Harrison Bader, but trading Montgomery had to be the biggest blunder that Cashman's ever made. All they've done and all we've done all year is talk about how special this team is, how close they are, and how much of a family they are, and how close those 5 starters were, that they did everything together but practically showered together. And maybe they did that too, who knows. But after they traded Montgomery, Taillon looked like somebody hit him with a 2x4, and those guys were walking around with their head in a cloud because the front office told them that they're really not that special and anybody is expendable.
Jeff, always with interesting takes. We're watching Jordan Montgomery on the screen right now, and I get it. The pitching has struggled lately. Jordan Montgomery is one of those guys who hasn't pitched as well lately. But you've got a point about the chemistry of that rotation. And now you're basically replacing Jordan Montgomery with Frankie Montas. And you've got Domingo Germán in there, who hasn't been really a part of the group all year. And so maybe the chemistry will be slightly off. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully that move does not come back to bite us.